My name is Elohor Olumide Awe. I'm a marketer, a brand builder. I love brands, I love consumers, and I spend my day to day building experiences and campaigns that connect with consumers. It's always a joy to see these brands come alive in the lives of consumers. We are seen as, natural nurturers, and everyone just gravitates towards you as a woman, to just show some care. I think I really like that. I think I will say fun, even though my almost teenage son doesn't think I'm that much fun. I don't know what. I think I'll say fun. When I read this question, I smiled. I met Lady Dainty in person, and she introduced me to her brand. And of course, I fell in love. In love. I told everybody that I could tell about it. And I think for me, what drew me was, the attention to detail, the intentionality, let me put it that way, of the branding. And of course, because I'm in brand building, I could connect to, the intentionality of the branding around, this Dainty Affairs brand. But not just even the branding, the quality of, the product. I think the first item I ate was either your brownie or red velvet cookies. I can't remember, but I tasted it and I was like, wow, this is really, really good. And we've not turned back since then. I'm the last of 5 children. I have 3 sisters, and they've all influenced my life in so many different ways. I'm also surrounded with a lot of great female friends, and they've all also influenced my life in so many ways. But one particular person came to mind when I read this question, and her name is Nenna. I remember the very first meeting that, I had with her. And she told me, she said, I don't know how to micromanage. I'm not going to micromanage you, but anything you do, just let me know. I'll give you the support you need. All I want you to do is wear the hat of the MD or CEO of this brand that you have been given to manage. Once you wear that hat, everything else will follow. And I think, working with her and seeing how she led the team and how she, supported the team, without micromanaging, but allowing you to gain your wings and fly, really, really, really encouraged me. I think I also began to find my voice as a brand manager. I began to really, really understand the power I had to influence a lot of things around my brand, because all she would ever do was to back you up. Even if, you understand, you went into a meeting and things were not really as they were meant to be, she would just say, oh, don't worry, we'll sort it out, and come out of that meeting and make sure that you do what you're meant to do. So I think watching her, learning from her, she was such an inspiration to me. And I think to some extent, to my style of management today, I picked some of those things from her. The woman that I think about is Michelle Obama. And I don't say it's cliche, but I think what I like so much about her is her quiet strength. And a lot of times people think you're only strong when you're very vocal and you're very aggressive and you're very feisty and everything. But I think observing her and seeing how, she carried herself throughout her time as First Lady of America, but also even post her role as First Lady and how she has built her identity has inspired me. She's also built a culture of inclusion, in a lot of the organizations and foundations she has supported. That quiet strength that she exudes, really, really draws me to her. Recently, I had two amazing ladies working with me, and pride and joy you get when you see people that work with you progress in their career. It's something that cannot really be expressed until you experience it. And in the last, I would say 1 year, that was throughout last year, we spent a lot of time, really, really helping them to really progress in their career. And how did we do it? We had one-on-one sessions when there were opportunities to recommend these ladies in senior stakeholder discussions for projects or for assignments. I made sure I always raised my hand to say, I think this lady can go forward for such assignment. Just being able to use the position as a senior manager to put a voice forward for these women. One of them got promoted, even before the year ran out. So for me, that was really, really exciting and really good to see. We may not all have that opportunity, but I think providing a forum where you can actually create accessibility to yourself, where people who need that direction, guidance, support, just to even hear from you and learn from your experience is very important. Create an avenue for women to share their experiences, share their stories, and other women to connect with these women. And so in the last, I would say 5-10 years, what we've seen is a massive growth of women in senior leadership positions, providing platforms, creating avenues for younger women to also step into such shoes. And I think the bigger thing is that a lot of brands are also keen into this platform, so offering more credibility to the fact that, this is an important platform. And I'd just like to add this, maybe because I'm a mom of boys. I think that as much as we do for International Women's Day, we also need to think of doing even much more for International Men's Day, because we are raising boys, and we want these boys to be strong mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to be able to take care of these strong women that are going to be emerging in the coming years. Dear young woman, it's a journey. Take it one step at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes you're going to get it right. Sometimes you just might not get it right. The important thing is to learn from your mistakes and keep moving. Secondly, look around you. There are a lot of people doing some of the things you wish you could do or you aspire to do. Don't be afraid to make a connection and ask for help. Also learn to give as much as you take. Don't be that person that will always be taking.